in all of boxing. Making his way to the ring, it's Wladimir Klitschko, one of the most recognized athletes the world over. Fighting out of Ukraine, in his prime, he was unbeatable.
This is going to be an intense stare before the fight starts.
This bout is scheduled for 12 rounds of boxing. In the red corner, hailing from Zhou, China, introducing the Big Bang, Zhilei. Fighting out of the blue corner, from Kyiv, Ukraine, here is the Olympic gold medalist and the longtime unified heavyweight champion of the world, known as Dr. Steelhammer, introducing Wladimir Klitschko.
So much hype surrounding this big matchup. Can't wait to see what goes down when the opening bell rings.
Sarge, all I can say, heaven on earth. Heaven on earth.
What a great venue and what a great matchup. Cannot wait for this one. These two fighters promised us an offensive show. Let's see if they deliver. Do you believe what we're seeing? You can tell he's stronger, but he's not faster. What a pleasure it is to be here in this environment. What a venue for this showdown.
Did you see the nerves on that fighter stepping into the ring, Tom? It can tell you so much about a fighter. And then look in the opposite corner. You've got one fighter that is in heaven. This is where they want to be.
How about that time counter shot? The straight right just misses. Can't score with that jab. When you're fighting a counterpuncher, the feint can be such a good weapon. Pretend you're going to punch, make the counterpuncher throw a punch, and then you counter them.
Reaction is second to none. It's the blink of an eye, and they're waiting for any little twist you do. So you've got to fight a counterpuncher smart.
Halfway through the round, and it's pretty much even Steven.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
So much firepower here. Nice counter shot. Good counter punching. These two were made for each other. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counter fighter relies a lot on their instincts and reaction time. You've got to get in there quick to punch your opponent before he gets his fist back to block.
Todd, I understand what you're saying, but you've got to be on this. You've got to be on it. You've got to be a pro. You've got to think right. Concentrate.
That counter shot lands. They've got to use their jab better in this fight. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. As bad as boxing judging can be sometimes, there's no doubt who won that round.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's...
And there's the bell to start round two. Coming off that fantastic last round, let's see if he can keep his momentum going.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Beautiful counter punch. When are we going to see a jab from these two? Nice job blocking the hook. It's the typical big man, little man argument. He's got to be quicker. He's got to move a lot to win this fight.
The plan is to try and change that game plan. Get him angry, get him frustrated, make him deviate away from the plan.
These two fighters are made for one another. And he misses with that jab. They exchange punches. The positives and negatives in the heavyweight division are the same. You can win the fight with one punch, and you can lose the fight in one punch. Can they figure out the combination to this safe?
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
Nice counter shot. They are not going to let this one go to the judges. Every time they drop their guard, they get caught. The winner of this surely will get a world title shot. Both men step back for just a moment. That hook doesn't score. And he scores with the counter. Someone tell these two that they can be defensive for a minute if they want to. Beautiful counter shot. Well done with that counter shot. That's a very hold it right there. He did not take that well at all, Klitschko. Pretty dominant round there. Let's see how they respond here in the next round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter. And the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fight to get out there and get the job done.
Don't worry about that round. Don't worry about it.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking.
It was a bad round. It was a bad round. But we don't care. We don't care. Go out there. You win this next round.
There's the bell to start round 3. Coming off that great round, let's see if they can build on momentum here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Power is obviously the great equalizer in boxing, but when you know your opponent is relying on that so heavily, how do you deal with it?
Sometimes when you get nervous, some of that...
Whoa, Johnny, out of nowhere, look at this! Klitschko in big trouble. Can he make his way out of it? They've avoided catastrophe there.
What recovery skills they are. What a shot it was. Completely gone. I thought there's no way he's going to finish this round. But look at that. Look at the movement. Look at the speed. Back on it. Like it never happened.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. You'd like to see more jabs. And so far, the offense has been better than the defense. And he wasn't ready for that counter punch halfway through the round. And I don't know who's got the advantage. Great stuff.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Catch and shoot. So far, it seems like aggression has been the key. This fighter just not slowing down.
I've seen some aggressive fighters. They can terrorize the life out of you before they've even thrown a shot. The strength they have, the speed they have, and that knockout punch, they want to punch through you. They don't want to punch you. They want to punch straight through you. So you've got to be careful.
Swing and a miss with that hook. The perfect counter lands. That counter punch caught him clean. This is some of the best action I've seen in any round, anywhere this year. He threw a punch and just got countered. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. Well, we know they've got the advantage so far, but how does this match get turned around?
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
You let him back into the fight that round. That's his round.
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. Jab slick.
Come on, get focused. Get your mind back on it.
Here we go in round 4. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, there's no doubt about who won that last round. Let's see what he has for us here in the next one.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. Klitschko is stumbling around. He's got to find himself here. Trying to buy time. It appears that the moment of trouble has passed, at least for now.
Got caught sleeping on the job. What do? You step back, steady yourself, recompose yourself, then boom, back into it. But do not make those mistakes. This is the wrong place to fall asleep.
Counter punch right up the middle. There's no way this fighter can go punch for punch. Their resistance to these blows just isn't the same.
This is when you get in the ring feeling like you're King Kong because you know you've got a chin that is not going to get dented.
The straight right just misses. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. There's a counter shot. Good counter punch. No rest for the weary. Well, Johnny, you know there's a fine line between being aggressive and being too aggressive. How does he exploit that?
This is about ego. Get your ego in check, Todd, because if you fight a man that is used to doing this, he's confident and comfortable doing this, why are you giving him that chance to dance that dance? Step out of the way, box it. Frustrate him, because if you let him get away with it, he'll close you down.
A perfect counter shot. Time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. Not a lot of defense here at all. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. I promise you, all three judges here are going to give that round to you-know-who.
Dominance, without a doubt, made look so easy.
He's ready to go.
You want to win this fight? soft on.
Great round, now relax. You were thinking, you were smart.
This round, kid. You had everything in the bag, and now you're gonna let him back in.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. Good work out there.
Here we go in round 5. Who's going to land the first big shot? Well, Johnny, can he keep the momentum going after that last huge round for him?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Punch, counter punch. It's bombs away. Nice counter punch. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. I don't think it's going to be a boxing match. This is going to be a fight. One punch could end this fight for either of these two heavyweights.
You've got to ruffle their feathers, Todd. You cannot let them get comfortable, drag them, get them complaining to the referee, because once somebody with excellent foot speed and excellent power gets into the rhythm, the fight is over.
Beautiful counter punch. They are giving us a high-tempo show. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. You gotta like what you're seeing as we reach the halfway point of this round.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I've got to respect both of them. More than happy.
Well done with that counter shot. And this is a you hit me hard, I'll hit you hard type of fight. There's nothing quite like a big heavyweight fight. Everything can change with one punch.
Todd, look back in history. Sugar Ray Leonard against Roberto Duran. The first fight, Sugar Ray Leonard tried to fight, stand there toe-to-toe with him. The second fight, he thought, this guy's aggressive. He's nasty. He'll do everything to get the win. I've got to box him. I've got to frustrate him. I've got to humiliate him and show him how good a boxer I am. That's the only way you beat an aggressive fighter. Show your boxing skills. Step out the way. Don't fight fire with fire. Use brain over brawn.
And he misses with that straight left. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. They've got the momentum, they've got the advantage. How do they carry that into the next round?
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye.
Keep doing what you're doing.
Let's start the 6th. This fight has been very one-sided. What are we going to have in this round?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. You couldn't write a script like this. This is like Rocky versus Apollo. Neither fighter willing to slow down. He threw a punch and just got countered. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. We've seen in the past from this fighter, they don't get concerned when they lose some of the earlier rounds because they know they've got that power that can strike at any moment.
That power might be the do or die. That power might be the equalizer.
The only fear you have with this heavyweight is has he punched himself out? Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Halfway through the round, I'm not sure who's winning it.
skill for skill, tap for tap. She's like a match made in heaven.
That right hook catching air. This fighter's sort of the death by 1,000 paper cuts approach. He'll hit you 1,000 times before you can land one.
When you have a fighter that's got that great footwork and that great hand speed, it's so hard. It's an uphill battle.
Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. And that hook misses. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. That hook just can't find the target. This round could go either way. 10 seconds to go. Down big time on the scores.
The bell, sometimes it can be the sweetest sound.
Gets your mind back, gets your focus back, get that jab back. Just box in.
Don't worry, that's it. Now breathe. Breathe. Just get your breath back.
And there's the bell to start round 7. Not the start that they wanted, but let's see what they can do in this round.
They've had 1 minute to recover. Now they've got to bluff it. They've got to bluff it. They've got to come out now and style it out. Get on the back foot, jab, rest on the jab. Be smart and pop until your legs come back. Then put the pressure on.
This is the heavyweight division. One punch could end this fight.
I've seen some fighters with a granite chin. You could hit them with a sledgehammer, they are not going to move. But then I've seen some mad punchers with a chin like a crisp. As soon as you touch them, they're gone. And this is the danger spot.
This is a high-octane battle. That jab misses. I think it's safe to say one of these fighters certainly has a significant speed advantage. You could tell who it is.
So you're getting in there with somebody that's so fast, you're prepared to take a licking because you've got to get some before you get in close.
Punch, counter punch. Catch and shoot. For those who thought this would be a mismatch, you are sorely wrong.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
So much for boxing. This is a fight. That counter shot lands. Do you believe what we are seeing? These are heavyweights, but I tell you what, that hand speed and footwork, they look like middleweights.
Now you've got two fighters that are absolutely shattered. What gets you through? Willpower. Calm, because if you panic, you get desperate. If you get desperate, you make mistakes. If you make mistakes, you get knocked out.
Well done with that counter shot. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there might be more action here. They're both trying for a knockout. Very close round with 10 seconds to go. It's no secret who has the advantage after that last round. Let's see what they have in store for us in the next one.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this far.
Focus. Big, deep breath. Big, deep breath.
There's the bell to start round 8. That round was complete domination. Let's see if we can shake things up here in this round.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
He threw a punch and just got countered. That jab doesn't find a home. They're both looking for the knockouts here, and that's what we expect from heavyweights.
Having so much speed, what happens to your opponent is you get cut to ribbons, and that's where the referee has to jump in and stop the fight. And you know this is going to happen, so you rush your work. You think, I've got to get him inside close round.
Gotta let your hands go a little bit. It's okay to be aggressive now. Straight right just misses. Good counter punch. Not a lot of punch output. Thought there would be some more action here. Every time they throw a shot, they get countered. Some real good back and forth between these two fighters.
Perfectly matched, skill for skill, tap for tap. Now this fight will say, you know what, I'm just that notch above you, and so I got to respect both of them more than happy.
We hear that old phrase, second win. You've got to find it somehow.
What can they change? Can they slow the pace down? Can they hope to knock them out early? What can they do? They've got to concentrate and relax. Because you know what you can do in the gym, you can do it in a fight. They've got to relax.
Big shots from both of these fighters. Got to be careful, though. Just avoids the left uppercut. And he scores with the counter. No rest for the weary. Catch and shoot. Well, there was no doubt about who won that round.
You can't leave it up to the judges. It's up to you as the fighter, and the cornerman's got to put a firecracker on that fighter. Get out there and get the job done.
You're switching off. Let's get out there, get your boxing back together.
Nice round, good round. I like that, I'm happy.
There's the bell to start round 9. They've got all the momentum on their side after that last round. Let's see what they do here.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
Those counter punches have to hurt. What do you think of this fight so far, Johnny?
I've never seen a fighter so fast in my life. How do you deal with this? You've got to hope they run out of steam.
Those counter punches have to hurt. Oh, heavy shot, and Klitschko is now seeing stars. And it appears the onslaught is over, at least for now.
It's been a tough round so far. It's been a tough round. What do they do? What do they tell him when he goes back to the corner? How are they going to get through this?
Nice counter shot. And just as quickly as the action slows down, it heats back up. Nice exchange here from both men. How about that time counter shot? This has been a very competitive round as we reach the midway point.
Skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
In the build-up to this fight, Johnny, this power puncher told us, listen, I don't care if it's round 1 or round 12, I've got enough power and confidence to end this in one shot.
You've got to be courageous when you get in there with someone that's bigger, stronger, and faster. You've just got to use brain there.
Good counter punching. Misses with the straight left. Through the straight left, but it won't score. By the way, the connect percentages have to be off the charts. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. Misses with the straight left. This round's still up for grabs with just 10 seconds to go. Talk about a one-sided 3 minutes. We just saw it.
I seriously hope the judges kept their eye on this fight, because if they haven't, there's going to be absolute uproar.
Listen, you've switched off. What are you doing?
Great work, great work. I love that. I love that. Drop slip.
This is the 10th. After a really strong round, let's see if they can finish the job.
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing, because you've won that hands down.
Nice counter. This fighter has determined that they can walk through any punches that their opponent throws, and that's a very confident spot to be in.
Work the body, frustrate them, take the mind off the chin, take the mind off protecting everything around that. Work the body, use tactics. Sometimes it's all right to actually outbox a fight and beat them on points.
The jab doesn't quite connect. Big whiff with the right hook. Nice counter. One punch changes everything in this division. It's the heavyweights.
Midway through the fight, if you are tired, this can be the loneliest place in the world. If you cheated, now we're going to find out.
A perfect counter lands. Beautiful counter punch. You'd like to see more jabs. Counter punch. And just as quickly as it slows down, it heats back up. Swing and a miss with that uppercut. Unlucky to miss with that jab. Has to be careful for that receipt. It's always coming. Counter punch. Despite what the judges' scorecards read, there are no losers in this one. After what we saw in that last round, it's pretty obvious who has the advantage here.
As long as they don't get complacent, you think this is too easy. If they keep this same kind of pace up, they've got this fight.
What are you doing? You switched face off completely. Now listen, kid, I need you to go back out there.
Here we go in the championship rounds, round 11. That last round was huge for him, Johnny. How does he keep the momentum going?
Todd, my motto is, if it's not broken, why change it? An excellent last round, everything works. Wait for the reaction. Until then, keep doing what you've just been doing because you've won that hands down.
As we enter the final frames of this bout, Johnny, what have we seen so far?
I've seen some aggressive fighters like this, and they are a nightmare. If you are not fit, that is the worst place to be, having second thoughts in the ring.
Beautiful counter shot. And he scores with the counter. Looking to land the hook. Fear you have with this fighter is has he punched himself out. A perfect counter lands. Insane action. Well, just a couple rounds left, Johnny. What's your assessment so far?
Let me explain to you about a fast fighter that's got hand speed and footwork. They're relaxed, they're confident, they know they just have to quick burst, boom! In a split second, they've let 4 shots go. Their footwork has got them out of the way. And these guys are so relaxed, and that's why they can maintain this all the way through a fight.
Back and forth they go, neither fighter willing to back down.
They're so close, so close. How can you separate them? It's going to be a hard night tonight for the judges.
Both want the knockout. Nice counter punch right up the middle. When are we going to see a jab from these two? It's knockout or bust for both of these fighters. Men step back for just a moment. You can't make a mistake at the heavyweight level and not expect to be punished for it. A very competitive round with 10 seconds left. We'll see how much endurance these two fighters have.
It's when you talk about championship material.
Goes 1-2 straight down the middle. You can't miss it. Great work.
Kid, what are you doing? Come on, switch on. Switch on.
Okay, I'm happy. I like that round. Good work. You were thinking. You were smart. You weren't holding up.
On to the 12th. Fatigue is setting in. Let's see how they handle it here in this round.
An amazing pace and tempo set in the last round. Can you keep this up? Me personally, I don't think that's possible. And if they can, their training, their conditioning would have been ridiculous, like they're in the army. But these guys, if they can keep up this pace, we are in for a great night.
This fighter's certainly not going to outthrow their opponent by any means, but they will, when they hit, be a lot harder.
They know the second they touch you, it's done. They're that powerful.
Tried to score with a jab. One punch could change the entire complexion of this fight. A perfect counter shot. You hear people talk about a boxer's chin. Do they have a good chin? Do they have a glass jaw? Those are questions that are being answered here tonight.
Don't get trigger happy, because all of a sudden you're going to be gassing yourself out trying to get that shot, and that's when they catch you.
Good counter punching. Just when you thought we'd see a lull in the action, here we go again. Nice exchanges from both men in this round.
skill for skill, tap for tap. Just like a match made in heaven.
He missed with the jab. Correct me if I'm wrong, but when you're dealing with someone with so much speed, you've got to get your timing right.
What you've got to do, Toddy, is anticipation. You've got to wait. You just got to throw caution to the wind and just hope. You're never going to know where the shots are coming from. You just got to put in a guess.
Might want to think of holding on here for a minute. Straight right just misses. Every time he throws a punch, a receipt is coming right back. The straight right just misses. Those counter punches have to hurt. You know the scorecards are going to be all over the place in this one. Some might have thought the fight a little bit closer, but the judges are in agreement. A unanimous decision win.
What a whitewash. You know, that's skills, that's class, that's levels. One is up there, one is down there, but you know what? The loser is going to have to learn a big, hard lesson. I totally agree.